head-to-head battle between the 5-liter and the 6-liter to see which one claims the prize of being the best sounding truck on the channel. Now, I know before you comment, Chomper definitely does sound the best at idle. But as far as the overall driving experience, I haven't quite got that thing dialed in to my liking. So new setup coming soon. Now, as far as each one of these trucks, dude, they sound absolutely glorious. And even though they have pretty drastically different setups on them, they're about the same loudness, and they definitely have a very similar tone. So I guess let's go ahead and start over here with the 5-liter and go over the setup real quick. This has got the factory manifolds going into SPD high flow cats, and then a Corsa Extreme catback, and it sounds freaking wicked. Now, honestly, I was pretty disappointed when I did the catback at the Corsa Extreme. It was still really quiet, and so I decided to go ahead and upgrade to the SPD high flow cats, and dude, it was a game changer. It sounded so much better. It is way louder, and to me, you can definitely feel the difference as well. Now, as far as the old VMAX goes, factory 6-liter truck here, we did long tube headers going into an exhaust loop on the passenger side to equalize the length and attempt to make this thing sound more like a car than a truck. And then we led that into an X pipe, and then we led that into a Y pipe. And then that goes into a Corsa Sport muffler, and then it's coming out just like the F1, tried and true with a Corsa knockoff tip, which does look very, very good to me. I really like this style a lot as of late. And the best thing about both of these trucks is neither one drones, which is absolutely amazing, and all thanks to those Corsa mufflers, which let all the good noises out and hold all the bad ones in. So I unfortunately can't give y'all a cold start because it is July in Alabama. And it's like 95 degrees and it's almost dark, but I haven't cranked either one since this morning. So they're both gonna be pretty freaking rowdy. And then we're gonna throw the GoPro, the Insta, the iPhone, everything up. I'm gonna give y'all the full experience of driving each one of these trucks, and y'all let me know what sounds better, 5-liter or the 6-liter. Well, I definitely think we've done enough accelerations this afternoon to make everybody in the surrounding 5 to 10 mile radius extremely happy. I'm sure their afternoons were not going as good until I cranked up whichever one I cranked up first and freaking romped it there, and then romped it there, and then there, and then there, and then came back and romped it here and here. We did a whole lot of romping between the two trucks, that is for sure. But now it is time to decide which one actually sounded better. Now, of course, this is video, but the outside stuff is captured pretty well, the inside not as much, and then obviously the 360 that's hanging off the tailgate fighting the wind, definitely not as crispy there. So if you liked them in the video, I promise they sound even better in person, and hopefully someday you'll see me cruising around and get to experience them just like I do. So let me know, drop your comment real quick before I give my input, because I don't want to skewer your opinion with my own, which one sounded better. And don't be brand loyal. If you're a Chevy guy, it's okay to say that the Ford sounded better, and vice versa. It's not going to hurt if you drive a Ford every single day and you go, you know what, that old 6-liter, I think she's a little bit crispier. It's okay, no judgment. We're all good here. This is any brand friendly, I'm thinking. Yeah, we'll say that. There's one or two that are questionable, but we'll say any brand's friendly. Everybody's safe here, okay? It's okay, I ain't gonna judge you. I might, but not if you got Chevrolet or Ford. These two brands, they're good, okay? Anyways, joking aside, one of these trucks definitely does stand out above the other, but they sound glorious, both of them. It's hard to decide until you really drive them every day, which I definitely have, because I've put, I don't know, 4,000 miles on that truck probably since the exhaust. I drive it pretty much every day. This truck, we drove to the beach recently since the exhaust, so I've put probably 1,000 miles on it and a bunch of short trips here and to town, and I know exactly how they sound in any given scenario and how they perform. And I say perform even though that is not part of this video, but dude, there is no getting around the fact that the 10-speed transmission is an absolute game changer, and it even skewers the results of which one sounds better, because the old 4-speed just holds this truck back so much. So might be knowing where I'm going with this one. Yes, I am more of a Chevrolet guy than a Ford at my core, I think. Maybe I'm not. I might be a Ford guy at my core, and I've just been lying to myself all of these years since getting Chevrolets. I'm joking. Overall, there is more Chevys that I like than Fords, but dude, there's no getting around. Cheat Code sounds absolutely amazing, and to me, takes the win without much hassle. It just, any RPM, any driving, anywhere, windows up, windows down, it just sounds absolutely glorious. It's the best sounding truck that I think I have ever had by far. Now, we won't talk diesels as a whole. You can't compare a gas truck to a diesel. You just can't freaking do it. That's just rage bait. Gas trucks, to me, it's the best sounding one ever by like a large margin, dude, which is crazy because I've had some really good sounding trucks, and I'm hoping we get Chomper, wherever Chomper's at, I got parked somewhere, is going to get better. Once we get an exhaust on it that is actually proper for driving, paired with the cam and the higher RPM, which the VMAX currently doesn't have, because it can only, like, it goes up to like, I don't know, 55, 57, and it's like tacked. Chomper, I think, goes up to 7. It pretty much maxes the freaking cluster out on it. We got the upgraded RPMs. Anyways, that truck needs more RPM. I don't even know where I was saying. The 5-liter wins, dude. It sounds absolutely glorious. It can be quiet if you want. It can be extremely loud if you want. It's super crispy. And once again, the 10-speed is just icing on the cake. It's just hitting those shifts. It's just bah, 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 and it's cracking them off. And it's just the perfect combination of sound paired with performance. You just can't freaking beat it. Funny enough, you know, we're doing burnouts and romping everywhere and stuff. And I probably should have got the crap out from earlier today. We got dog food, pig food, this huge thing that Lauren got, probably 200 pounds sitting here right on the bumper. And she just doesn't care, doesn't even act like it's there. And then we got the freaking VMAX over here that won't even do a burnout. I don't know what's going on with this truck, but she's not happy about that, like, real low RPM at all. Maybe we did just lose that much power with the long tubes, because, I mean, it accelerates fine, but maybe it has something to do with the ABS thing. I don't know, but it could be the 24s. It could be, you know, everything. It's just everything. Y'all drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, ring that bell notification.